You see, the number devil has bred into me a deep fascination for mathematics. When he taught me about taking rutabagas of numbers, I noticed that there was no way to take the rutabaga of any number that was negative. I sat in the shadows, in utter silence for days. My parents thought I was going mad, but I was thinking about numbers, about a way to take the rutabaga of these numbers that were negative.
Oh, Robert, you just don't know, do you?
I don't know what.
There's a much easier way to add up the generations. You don't even need to know the size of each generation.
Oh no, not another one of his tricks.
Robert, if you know how many slimes you started with, and you know that each new generation is twice the size of the previous, you find the sum of the first n generations by multiplying the initial amount of slimes by 1 minus 2 half n and dividing that out by 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. So in the case of the first 4 generations that you calculated to be 15, you started with 1, multiplied by 1 minus 2 half 4, which is equal to negative 15. You would then divide this 15 by negative 1, giving your answer 15. Why, Robert, that's genius! But where do these imaginary numbers lie in the number line?
They take up a whole new dimension, a part of what I call the complex plane.
Well, you see, Robert, he noticed that if you travel some distance and with each preceding movement you cut the distance traveled before in half, though you'll never stop moving forward, you'll reach a limit as to how far you can move forward.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Let's say you want to travel from point A to point B. On the first movement, you move half of the distance from A to B. Then the next you move half of that distance, and half of that distance. Though you will never stop moving, you will never touch point B. However, you'll come infinitely close to that point.
But I don't move in steps like that.
That's the thing, Robert. He locked you in his paradox. You can't escape.
Answer the devil's question.
I'm not sure how to solve it, though.
Oh, it's actually quite simple, Robert.
To live, devil, you will not give him the key to my paradox.
Robert, the key to the Zohan's paradox is that if you have a sequence that gets closer and closer to 0 as the terms get larger, and the sequence is hopping some value, in this case 1/2, to get the values, this type of sequence is geometric. If you wish to find the sum of every term in the sequence going on forever, you can divide the first number in the sequence by 1 minus the number being hopped, which again in this case is 1/2. Therefore, the answer to my question as to how much space one slime from each generation would take up total if each generation was half the size of the previous is 2.
That's it, devil. I warned you.
Does this mean that I'm free?
Well, I suppose, but that devil is going to have to pay.
It doesn't matter, Zohan. You tried to kill one of my friends. For that, you must pay.